Hello Mathemist. In this video, we are going to learn about parallel line and perpendicular lines and its gradients. What is meant by parallel line? If lines like this, if it is not crossing at any point, then we call it as parallel line. And the distance between these 2 points will be same and it is a constant throughout the time, right? So, parallel lines means if you see the gradient is same. Yes, you just see here the slanting position is same. So if you are having a set of parallel lines, then that gradient will be same. Now we'll see with an example. Now they'll give you something like this. Write down equation of line that is parallel to the following equations. Okay, so now you have to identify gradient of each and every line. What is gradient of A? How will you find this one? Y equal to mx plus c. So here m is coefficient of x. So m is minus 3. So what will be the gradient of the parallel line? That is also same. So parallel lines gradient is also m equal to minus 3. Now they are asking you to write equation of a line that is parallel to this. So I can simply write like this y equal to minus 3x. I am not going to change this one because the gradient is fixed. Plus 1 minus 3x plus 2 minus 3x plus 3. All these are parallel to this line. Okay. So second question, y equal to 2x minus 3. In this, what is the gradient? Y equal to mx plus c. So gradient of b is 2. Yes. So gradient of a line parallel to that b is also have that same gradient too. So y equal to 2x plus 5. I'm just writing some other value. Or you can simply write it as 2x. Anything is a parallel line. Okay. Same way. In this question, third question, what is gradient of C? MC is 1 by 2. Coefficient of x is 1 by 2. So, new line's equation will be y equal to 1 by 2x plus 5. You can change this value and simply write. Okay. So, one moment. So, we'll write directly the equations. Y equal to minus 3x plus 6. Here, y equal to 2x minus 1. Y equal to x by 2 plus 6. Y equal to minus x plus 2. Because the gradient is minus 1. So I can write it as minus x plus 2. I'm just changing the y-intercept. Now x equal to 8. How will you draw x equal to 8? So when x-axis value is 8, you will be drawing a vertical line like this. Yes or no? So what is a line parallel to this one? So if x equal to 8, you can directly write x equal to 2, 4, 6, anything. Yes, everything will become a parallel line, right? So you can write like that. Y equal to minus 6 means you can write, do some other value for y. Because y equal to minus 6 is the horizontal line, right? So you can draw any other horizontal line that is parallel to y equal to minus 6, y equal to 2, y equal to 7, like that you can do. These are the equations for the parallel lines to the given equation. Now let's look for perpendicular lines and its gradient. If we are having a perpendicular line, what is the meaning of that? It makes 90 degree, right? So if two lines are making 90 degree, then that is perpendicular to each other. So here, what is the condition means? If we are having two perpendicular lines, then the gradient of that will be, if you multiply two perpendicular lines gradient, M1 and M2. One is this line, two is this line. So these two lines are perpendicular to each other. Yes or no? So if you multiply the gradient of M1 and M2, that will be equal to minus 1. This is the logic behind the perpendicular lines. So, for example, in this equation, what is the gradient of this equation? Here I'll keep it as M given line, M1. Yes, M1 is minus 3. And what will be the M2 that is perpendicular to this one will be M2. We call it as M2. M2 how we can do means M1 into M2 equal to minus 1. So this is minus 3 into m2 equal to minus 1. m2 will be minus 1 divided by minus 3. So minus and minus get cancel 1 by 3. So this is how we find the gradient of the perpendicular line. But to make it easy and simple, what we'll do means we'll take negative reciprocal. So what is the gradient of this one? Minus 3. So what is the negative reciprocal? Means negative of that is minus 3 is negative is positive 3. Reciprocal is 1 by 3. So this is the gradient. Using this we can find an equation. Yes. So you just see here. And what is the gradient of this one? M1 equal to 2. So what will be the gradient of perpendicular line? That is negative reciprocal. So here it is positive 2. So the sign will come minus, and 2, the reciprocal of 2 is 1 by 2. Now, you just see here. What is the gradient of this line? M1 is 1 by 2. Now we have to do negative reciprocal. This is positive, so I am just making it as negative. 1 by 2. Reciprocal of 1 by 2 is just 2. Yes, this is how we'll find the gradient of the perpendicular line. Yes, now m1 is minus 1, m2 will be negative reciprocal. Minus 1, so negative of that is 1, and the reciprocal is 1 by 1. That is 1. And now they give you the equation x equal to 8. So x equal to 8 means when x equal to 8, you will be drawing like this. Yes or no? So x value is standing line, right? X value is standing line. And if you want to find a perpendicular line, if they give x equal to 8, you directly write y equal to something. That is the equation. Because this x-axis and y-axis are perpendicular to each other. So if they are giving x equal to 8, you will be writing y equal to 8. This will be the equation of the perpendicular line. Or y equal to any number, y equal to 3. If you are writing y equal to 3, this will be perpendicular to this. Y equal to minus 3, this will be perpendicular to this line. So you will be writing, if parallel means you will be writing the same x equal to 8 as x equal to 4 like that. Perpendicular means you will be going with y. Same way for this also. So y equal to minus 6, what will be the perpendicular line for y equal to minus 6? I can write any values of x, x equal to 5, x equal to 4, 3, 2 like that. Okay. So these are equations perpendicular to this one. Now here we found only the gradient. Now we will find the equation. Directly use this gradient and tell any value. 1 by 3x plus 1. Y equal to minus 1 by 2 x minus 2. Y equal to minus 2x plus 4. Y equal to 1 minus 5. 1x minus 5. Okay. So, how did I find the equation of these lines? I find the gradient of this one, and then I'm just simply using this gradient and doing this one. I hope you are clear with parallel and perpendicular lines and how to write an equation if it is parallel and perpendicular. In next video, we'll see questions like this. So the graph is given. Okay, the graph has an equation and you have to write down the equation which is parallel and also passing through certain points. Parallel means we know how to write an equation of the line. But if they mention it is parallel and passing through 2, 0. So in this case, how we will do? We'll see in next video. Stay tuned with Mathematics.